Welcome to Turku, and the 1997 Ice Hockey World Championships continue in just a moment with Sweden against Latvia. This is an intriguing game. The Latvians have struggled a little bit, but only just lost 2 games. And referee Weisfeld will be in charge of this clash, which sees the Latvians' first outing for the guys they've called up from the NHL, the Super League over in North America, where Artis Urbe, their netminder, and also in the lineup for the Latvians as well, 16, Sergei Zoltoks. Look out for him as well, 6 feet tall. Excellent player, and that's going to make a big difference to the Latvians. They've had 2 losses and a draw so far, both those losses by 5-4 score lines. So the addition of Urbe in particular, Cloden's the young netminder, did okay, but he was just that, a young netminder. The experience of Urbe would perhaps have told the difference in those games. Perhaps not tonight against the Swedes, but we'll have to wait and see. There's Urbe in the lineup as we look at the Latvians awaiting the start of this clash. They lost 5-4, the Latvians they lost to Italy 5-4 and to the United States 5-4. Then had a big draw against the Canadians 3-3. Meanwhile, their opponents in this one, the Swedes, have beaten Italy 5-3. They've beaten Canada by 7 goals to 2. And they've beaten the Norwegians by 4 goals to 1. It's not a packed house here, but Ken Forsberg knows the supporters for Sweden will be particularly rowdy, as they often are. Captain Nielsen goes forward to swap mementos with Znaroks, the captain of the Latvian team. Bereznev, the coach of the Latvians, knows his side have been a little unlucky. Juha Tamminen, the Finnish former coach of the French national team, looking ahead to this one, said that he thought the Swedes would win it. They had strength in all departments, and not least, he said, they have got Nylander, one of the best players in the tournament so far. But he also pointed out that one of the problems with the Latvians is they have some very good players and then some not so good players. But Juha Tamminen, and his is an ice hockey brain worth noting, said that the better players, with help from Urbe and Zoltoks now, that could turn it around for the Latvians. So referee Weisfeld waits center ice for the teams to get set for this one in the 1997 Ice Hockey World Championships from Finland. The Swedes so far have the best scoring efficiency of any team in the tournament. 13.91% go in the back of the net. The Latvians, though, are 7th only in the scoring charts when it comes to efficiency, and only 11.22% of their shots on target have been hitting the back of the net. So we're ready to go in this one. Nylander to take the face-off. And the Latvians playing from right to left in the darker strip. The Swedes in yellow playing from left to right. First touch for Tommy Salo, the Swedish netminder. He opened the first 2 games for the Swedes. Hedberg had the last one. But Salo's got the nod for this one. Easy glove save, and he stick handles it out to his defence as they bring it forward. Albalan takes it behind the net. Falk plays it around the boards. Chasing it down for the Swedes is Lindbom. And the block on the boards from Svartvadet keeps it in the zone for the Swedes. Svartvadet goes down, but he's back on his feet now, trying to block it again on the boards and keep it in the zone, and it works for a second time. Lindbom takes it on. Now Karlsson tries to work into a better position and just manages to keep it in the zone. The Latvians have a chance to clear, fluff it, and it's still not out, but now they do manage to get it, and the Latvians break away left wing. He's got a chance to shoot, he slams the brakes on and then absolutely fans on the shot. Kirks, one of the better shooters for the Latvians, and he absolutely fluffed that one. So Sweden try to force a way through centre ice, and they're just snuffed out by presence of numbers. Latvians use the boards to good effect and get it forward to centre ice. Cyprus trying to work it forward to Sanines, but it's gone astray now. Nordstrom gets it forward for the Swedes. Jürgen Johnson is tied up with a loose stick. Turzen reacts the quickest. And now the Swedes give up possession and the Latvians come forward. Nice drop pass, but they're caught offside. As Kudinus, one of the defensemen, stretched to reach that on the right wing. His colleagues have gone in ahead of the puck, so it's an offside whistle. And it's a bright start by both teams. Alex Kirks there had this chance. He slammed the brakes on and then totally fanned on the shot. Look at his arm going up in the air in despair. He'll have done that a million times at training without any problems. Kupax gets it down the boards. A little bit of interference on Semjonovs. No call from referee Weisfeld. Sweden plays it all the way down. That was from behind the halfway line, but the linesmen have waved off icing. Urbe's touch wasn't very positive, but it's got forward to Sejevs now. Now he's given it away, and the Swedes come forward through Hogland. The big winger takes a hit. The Swedes still have it, though. Anderson lays it back for the defence. Swedes going for a change, getting fresh bodies out there. Svensson takes his time and then loses out to the Latvians. Balavskis gets it into the danger area and it's kicked away by Tommy Salo and mopped up by the Swedish defence. They've got it forward now. This is Per-Erik Eklund in the corner being held up by Kupax. Good job by Kupax. It's broken the attack up completely and the Latvians come back the other way. Nylander can't reach that one. Snaroks can, feeds it to the far post, and Pavlos just couldn't get onto it. Eklund steaming in, looking for the shot, and it's wide of Urbe's net. The bodies are flying now. Nylander with the back pass to Falk. Falk with the long-range effort, it's off target. Urbe dives to cover the rebound. Well, the Latvians get it out, and the dive gets it forward to Pavlus. He has a look. Vitalines, who dived to get it to him, was trying to get into the danger area in front of the goal, but couldn't, and the Swedes bring it forward now. Nylander, superb skater, slams the brakes on to open up a gap, but can't get the puck through. Couldn't thread the eye of the needle that time. Kirks gives it back to the defence, while the Latvians get some fresh legs on from the bench. Kirks ends up having to dump it. A long-range effort comes in. Tommy Salo gloves it, hangs onto it just momentarily, then decides the best plan of action is to send it forward. The Swedes have got it forward, but the interception comes and the Latvians come straight back the other way. Great skaters, the Latvian team. Onside, but the shot coming in from Zoltoks, back from Ottawa, was off target. Pretty much even Stevens so far. If anything, the Latvians have had the better and the brighter attacks. Now the Latvians working it in the corner. Oh, right through the crease area. Kudinos keeps it in deep. Sanines looks to launch another one to a colleague. Instead, dumps it off into the corner. They've got it in low. Tambievs. Now the Swedes bring it forward. Sundblad drops it off. The Latvians quickly to their men. Tambievs gets it forward. Sanines takes the hit from Ragnarsson, loses possession, and the Swedes get a chance to bang it round the boards and settle things down. Well, the Canadians took the lumber to the Swedes, it has to be said, when they went 2 goals up and paid the price because the Swedes capitalised on the power play. I don't think the Latvians will take many penalties, and at the moment they're matching them for speed and strength. Swedish fans making a racket though for their team. Kupax flicks it round the boards. There's Ardis Öberg, 30 years old, 35 games for Dallas, with a save percentage of just under 90, 89.3. The Latvians have been lifted by the arrival of the two NHL stars, Zoltoks and Öberg. And Bereznev knows they weren't a bad team without them. Svensson plays it out to the left wing. It's off the boards, but although he threw the hit, Hogland didn't really know the puck was there for him, and the Latvians have got possession now. Big hit coming in from Svensson there. Semjonovs just gets on with it. This is him again, back on his feet, uses the boards. But the Latvians, being hustled and harried, end up right back in their own zone. Belavskis gets it forward, but only as far as 44 for the Swedes. Hogland, his shot was off target. Anderson to the front. Öberg threw himself across the crease to block that potential shot. It's out of the zone. Salo leaves it. Nordstrom. That one will go for icing. It was a nice idea, the rink-wide pass, but it wasn't a good pass. It clipped the boards and ran down the ice. So it's been a good beginning, and it's still goalless. I think Öberg just got a shoulder to that shot from Hogland. As we have a look at Svensson on the bench, they're panting, they're going at it out there. These are big shifts. Well, the Swedes make a hash of getting it out of the zone, but they get a second chance. Eklund gets it forward to Nylander. Tries to work his way in. The pass towards Falk was picked off. And the Latvians do not seem afraid in any way. Snaroks gets it forward. Hustling for it is Pavlus. Well, both sides battling for every puck. Still feel the Latvians are just winning more of those battles at this stage anyway. Remember, the Swedes have a 100% record so far. Now, can they break the pressure and bring it forward? Nylander's gone to the slot area and then wheeled away. It's run off Eklund's stick and Öberg has it. That's Falk. Niklas Falk, who plays his hockey at Djurgårdens, 26 years of age. So it's a face-off just to the side of Öberg's net. The Latvians win possession. The Swedes withdraw to prepare for the next onslaught. Well, the slip pass inside from Sages was banged down the ice, but Tommy Albelin brings it forward for the Swedes. But the Latvians are jumping on the puck holder, the guy in possession, very quickly. Now the Swedes have a chance, 3 against 2. Long-range effort, Öberg gloves it. And the Latvians know to get there and protect him. They know the Swedes are going to be pouncing on any crumbs. Svartvedet is looking for something popping out of the glove of Öberg. Didn't come. Regulation save, though, from the slot for Öberg, wearing the #1 shirt. Still 0-0. Persson to take the face-off for the Swedes. Can't get it back to Svensson though. Urbe plays it into the corner, the backhand up the boards from Mattisins. Now Svensson steadies it down, has a look, leaves it. It's brought forward by Johnson. Johnson stick handles his way through, he's got all the way through, but he's taken down. That was a wayward pass from the Latvian defence. It's picked off by Persson. Svensson takes up the attack, circles, come back to a position you expect a defenceman in, but he's left the puck with Sundblad. Sundblad twisting and turning. Doesn't fool anyone though, and the Latvians get it away, but now there's a spell of Swedish pressure. Ragnarsson with the puck. Forward to Nielsen, who gloves it and drops it onto his own stick. And loses out in the scramble for possession. 10 minutes gone, first period, still no goals. The Latvians get it through to the crease area, but a timely interception from Oland gets the Swedes back the other way. Nielsen. Back to Nielsen off his skate and collected by the defence. They've managed to get it forward, but it's gone off another skate. It's gone off Oland's skate. Latvians have got a man stranded in the attack zone, so they have to circle and regroup. It's Narox. Plays it out to the left wing. Easy interception, taken on by Falk. Falk sends Nylander in. Nylander has a look. Backhand pass to Falk. Falk right through the danger area, right in front of Urbe. And out the other side. Vitalins fires it round the boards, but the Swedes keep it in the end zone. Now the Latvians get it off. It's with Johansson. Johansson fires it all the way round. A hard rim. The Latvians are there waiting for it, but it's bounced unkindly for them, and the Swedes get away with it. Here comes Eklund. Eklund with a chance. Hits the post. He beats Urbe. Clacks against the post and comes away. Eklund goes straight to the bench for a breather. It's fired all the way down for an icing whistle. Well, technically it wasn't even a shot on goal. Shot on target because it hit the post. Still 0-0. Now the Swedish fans sense they're getting back on top here. Nice drop pass, send Eklund in. Urbe stands out of his goal. But it rattles the pipework, rings the bell just below the crossbar and bounces back out. Karlsson wins the draw for the Swedes. Ragnarsson plays it across to Svartvedet. Bit of a tangle on the boards, but the Swedes have it now. On the one hand, gets it past the defenseman, who was Kupaks. Karlsson can't latch onto it. The Latvians bring it the other way. 16 with the drop pass was Zoltoks. Well, the old cliche end-to-end comes to mind. Timely hit from behind, but it could be penalised. Well, he's got a cut on his mouth, Cyprus. And I think he's been called for interference. There's no such penalty as retaliation. So he'll sit for 2 minutes on an interference call, and we get a chance to see the Swedish power play in action. Well, he was hooking and hauling on Svartvedet. Mops up his bottom lip in the box. Okay, guys, let's play it like we do at practice. Latvians having quite a conference about how this one's going to be worked. Cyprus in the box, Urbay in the cage. Swedes have it. They've got the extra man, remember. Sundblad, set up man, gets it back to Svensson. Svensson's long shot, bit of a ricochet. Urbay's got it. No problem. Nielsen having a word with Sundblad. Here's the shot coming in. Deflected off a body en route to Urbay, but he reacted well and got to it. The linesman's in the way now. The Latvians get it forward. They don't just hammer it down the ice. They have a look to see if there's anything on. Swedes bring it forward through Nielsen. Nice pass onto the tape. They're in the zone again. This is Thursson. Job taken up by Sundblad. Back to Svensson. Well, charging is the call. So the Swedes on the power play lose Ragnarsson. Marcus Ragnarsson of the San Jose Sharks. Kent Forsberg with a wry look up at the clock. The manpower advantage is lost to a charging penalty. And we're skating 4-on-4. Two good skating sides though. The extra room should lend itself to some entertaining stuff over the next minute or so. Tommy Alberlin takes it all the way back behind netminder Salo. He comes out right wing. Nylander's trailing down the left wing. Dumped in by the Swedes. Chasing after it is Johansson. Nylander. Backhand. Gets it forward to Falk. Falk backhand, back to Nylander. Nylander circles, has a look, tries and thinks about the shot. Then he sets up Alberlin. Alberlin comes in closer. Urbay deals with that one comfortably. The Latvians hammer it down off the boards. Don't mind taking it back, these eastern countries. Start right from the back. Vitalines brings it forward. The puck's bounced away from him though. Oland with the hit. Hasn't won possession, but now it's given away by the Latvians. The outstretched stick of Svartvedet doesn't get to it first. Now the Latvians take it back, have a look. They're about to go on a 30-odd second power play, the Latvians. So for half a minute they've got an extra man. Can they use him? Vitalines drops it off. It's carried forward by Kupax, but a good interception. Swedes will just look to get through this short spell, get back to even strength on the ice. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Snaroks works it forward for the Latvians. Comes to the top of the circle, drops it off to 16, Zoltok. Backhand shot, Salo's gone down. It's underneath the forward. Long range effort, good save by Salo. Won't have seen a lot of that one with the bodies in front of him. 26-year-old did well. Kupax with the effort. So the Latvian fans are enjoying this one so far. So they should. Their team well in the game so far. Pavlovs. On the bench, looks up at the scoreboard. Strasteens twists and turns behind his own goal and gets the pass forward, but it's lost. The Swedes back to full strength. Mount an attack. Now they've lost the puck and the Latvians come back the other way. Good stuff, this one. I'm enjoying this one. Kurtz turns and twists and turns, fires it forward. Oh, good play by the defenseman. Lavines gets it forward. Lavines long range. Tommy Salo kicks it all the way out to Thurston. First period's flown by. It's been excellent stuff. Urbe fanned on that attempted pass, and then luckily there was no one close enough to get onto it, and he got a second chance to give it to the defenseman. Nielsen plays it out to the left wing. Dumped in, far corner. Anderson won't chase that one. Lavines goes back for it for the Latvians. Pass right up the middle channel, picked off by the Swedes. Another dump in by the Swedes. This time it bounces over Lavine's stick. Kudinovs gets it forward. It's a chase for it this time. Ignatovich loses out, but it's mopped up. Tamijevs gives it away though. Johansson off the stick of Urbe. 3 minutes to go, first period, still no score. Great play now by the Latvians, trying to stretch the play out. Belavskis gets forward, but the shot hits the defenseman's skate. Salo didn't have to do anything, it didn't get to him. Well, that could be a tripping call, he made the most of it. The cat calls at the referee for not blowing. Just shook his head. Nylander. Great skater, twists and turns. This time it hasn't come to anything. Nordstrom plays it across to Alberlin. Now the Latvians try to harry it forward. It's dumped in. Oh, at least he tried to dump it in. Two minutes to go, first period, still 0-0. But the Latvians are playing with great spirit in this one. They've been lifted by the arrival of Urbe and Zoltoks. And they've chased down every guy in possession in a yellow shirt as soon as they've got the puck. Right in their face so far. They had a good spell of pressure at the start of the first period as well, when perhaps they deserved to take the lead. Svensson. Svartvedet's in the middle, he can't get a good pass. Has to kick it forward and then couldn't get the one-timer. Pass onto the tape and he would have rattled that one goalwards, that's for sure. Nielsen to Svensson, the block. Comes out of the zone, the Swedes have to regroup. They're offside now. Svartvedet cleverly played it off the boards to give his colleagues a chance to get back out of the attack zone, but then went in just a little bit too quickly after all. Well, they would have liked to be in front, the Swedish fans, but it's been an entertaining match. Persson wins the draw for the Swedes. Alberlin fires it round the boards. Lavines drops it off for 16. Zoltok. Soft shoe shuffle to the right wing, long range effort. Tommy Salo kicks it into the crowd. He let the forwards shoot from there all night long. Goalkeepers don't mind the long-range stuff so much as long as they can see it coming. Well, both sets of supporters in good voice. The Swedes hustle and harry it out of the zone. But I've got to say, this is a different Latvian team as we go into the last 30 seconds. The arrival of those two NHL stars giving the whole squad a big lift. Promoted from Pool B last year and looking very much like an A-Pool nation now. Thursson just bounces it off a Latvian stick as the hooter goes for the end of an enthralling first period. We haven't had any goals, but we've had lots and lots of action. Both teams thoroughly deserving the round of applause. We've got a 0-0 scoreline after 20 minutes. So the coaches, Leonid Brezhnev of the Latvians and Kent Forsberg of the Swedes, have a job to do now. We're on the interval. It's goalless after 20 minutes. The Latvians just 6 shots on goal to 5 shots on goal, but we had a whole host that Tommy Salo dealt with and Urbe dealt with, or rather, that they didn't really have to deal with. They were just past the post, and then there was the big one from Eklund, which rang the bell and actually hit the pipework. So 6 shots for Sweden first period, actually on target, 5 for the Latvians, no goals so far, and it's 0-0. Urbe just mucking up the crease area, breaking the ice up, get a little bit more grip. Unlike the skaters, the goalkeepers like blunt skates, jump around in the crease area. Bang on the pads for good luck. We're almost ready to go, second period. Brezhnev, the coach of the Latvians, will have told them what he wants, and I suspect it was more of the same. They hustled and bustled, and they matched the Swedes stride for stride. 0-0, second period underway in Turku. Arbelin goes back. It's forward to Falk. Falk uses the boards to get it further down the ice, but it's picked up by the Latvians and hammered back in by Kupaks. Well, it was messy and it's come all the way back out for the Swedes, and they've got a 2-on-1 now. Eklund looking for the pass from Falk. It doesn't come. Falk chooses to shoot and hope for either a goal or a rebound to Eklund, and it didn't happen. Nylander manages to get it forward, but can't get his stick to it. Tip it to Falk, and they go for a change instead. Lindbom's line on the ice for the Swedes. Latvian defence waiting till all the personnel are changed up front. This is one of them, Tsipras. Took a penalty first period, manages to get away from his marker and fire the puck round the boards. Salo stops it. Arbelin takes up the cause for the Swedes and plays it down to Lindblom. The drop pass sends Karlsson in. It's a bit of a sluggish start to the second period. I'm sure they're going to up the gear any moment now. Soft shot coming in, easily dealt with by Salo from Zoltok. Played around the boards and out by Sprastines. Clips the linesman though, so it doesn't go for icing. Hammered off the boards by Svensson. And again, I expected an icing whistle, but it clipped something on the way and the linesman waved it off. Thursson had to stop and go and get the pass from Sundblad. So there's no momentum on the attack at all. through the crease area there, so there'll be no icing whistle this time either. Nordstrom plays it out to the right wing for the Swedes, but that's not clever. Now they get a chance to mop up and take it forward. Johnson into the zone. Plays it back to Nordstrom at point, back to the left wing for an attack from Sundblad, but that's dealt with by the Latvians with ease. The Latvians just dump it in. Tommy Salo stops it. Leaves it for Oland. They need a break, so we've changed on the fly. Nielsen can't reach the pass for him. Now he has the back check, puts a bit of a hook on the defenseman as he carries it forward, but not enough on Sages to draw a penalty. I'm sure referee Weisfeld thought about it. But he's not been a busy man in this one. They've skated hard. There hasn't been any nastiness out there so far. Long-range effort, Tommy Salo turns it away. Trying to pounce on the rebound is Vitalines. Now the Swedes trying to settle down, second period. The opening goal is going to be vital in this one. Anderson turns away from it and goes for a change. Kupax. Artus Kupax plays at the Toledo Storm. Ooh, that was nearly picked off, but he did have players ahead of him in the zone. He wouldn't have been able to steam in. Ragnarsson gets it to Nylander. He's robbed. The Latvians bring it forward. Pavlovs. Ragnarsson tries to tie it up on the boards, looks whether he's going to take the whistle, gets some help from Falk, but it's gone the other way. Swedes in yellow, playing from right to left. 0-0 on the board. Second period action, live from Turku. Oh, that's a giveaway by the Swedes in their own zone. That was a bad one. The Latvians can only bounce it down the ice, though. Started hitting a little bit, the Latvians. It's won them possession now, Snaroks. Well, Salo has to deal with it. The blocking defenseman perhaps got in the way as much as anything. Well, the Latvian fans cheering, a better spell from their team. Well, Salo kept his eye on it all the way as Svensson went down. So the Latvians had a chance to open the scoring, but it remains 0-0. Taking the draw for the Latvians will be Sanins. But it's the Swedes that win possession. Latvians can't pick it off. Sanins, that was, on the blue line. And now it's allowed the Swedes to build an attack through Lindbom. Nordstrom pinching in from the defence, gets it forward for the Swedes. But the Latvians get it away with a combination from Kudinovs and Lavines. Lavines has a look. Feeds the left wing, and then there was an attempted interception by Svartvedet, and it didn't come off. Now Svartvedet get a chance. Oh, he's fluffed it again. I was going to say he gets a chance to make amends, but he made another mistake. In the end, two wrongs made a right for the Swedes. They come all the way up. Artur Zerbe stands his ground, slams the door shut on the blast from Carlson. Solid goalie, Zerbe. He's given the home team of the Latvians confidence with his arrival. Klodens, who played in the first games for Latvia, the first 3 games, isn't even dressed in this one. He's given a rest. The 23-year-old earned it. But I was talking to an international goalkeeper about him, and he said, yeah, he's okay, but he plays like a young goalkeeper. And by that he meant he makes the mistakes of inexperience. Tommy Alberline with Calgary these days. Pensive Kent Forsberg, the Swedish coach. His son Peter plays in the NHL at Colorado. Kupaks round the boards for the Latvians. The attack's picked up by Zoltoks. Drop pass has got Tsipras in the corner. He's lost it. Zoltoks can't get to it. The defenseman Sundin, Ronnie Sundin, drops down on one knee, but eventually managed to bobble it forward. Kupaks, rink wide for the Latvians. Rink wide this way. Onto the stick of Tsipras, they hoped. But it was a little bit in front and he had to kick it forward. The Latvians from point, long-range effort through traffic. Salo sees it at the last minute and covers up. Tommy Alberline goes back to help him, to make sure there's no poke checking going on after that shot from Sigez. And it's still 0-0. Fascinating stuff. Well, Johnson didn't help Salo, but he dealt with it in the end. The Swedes failed to clear the zone, and that one bounces around off the blocker from Salo. That was danger. The Latvians right in front. The snapshot from Semjonovs. Svensson gets it forward for the Swedes. On again to Nilsson. Nilsson tries to twist and turn past his man. Nilsson ends up on the floor. Stefan Nilsson playing at Luleå, 29 years of age. Just a little bit of argy-bargy. Andersson involved for the Swedes. Niklas Andersson. We'll know about argy-bargy. Plays in the NHL with the Islanders. Ragnarsson plays it rink wide, it ricochets around and the Latvians get it out. Svensson fires it back in, they're onside now, they've all managed to get a skate onto the blue line. There are no penalties on that play, we're at even strength. Lavskis involved in the tussle with Andersson. Get a head, get a hat, and bang your clogs together. Well, I'm sure it makes sense to her. Kubinovs fires it around, but over the glass and out, so we'll have another face-off. Leonid Brezhnev wondering who's going to break the deadlock. Nylander trying to win possession for the Swedes deep in Latvian territory. Gets it back to the point. Long-range shot, Urbe deals with it, then has to scramble forward for the poke check on one knee. Bounce kindly for the Latvians that time. Lavines throws a hit on Nylander in the corner. Eklund's getting pounded from behind by Vitalines. little bit of gusto from the Swedes, but it clips off Nordstrom over into the Swedish team bench. I wonder if they'll keep it as a souvenir, like the fans do. Well, he's got some rivals for player of the tournament, but he has had some corking games, Nylander. He's right in Ardis Urbe's face there. Playing at Lugano, Michael Nylander. And at 24, there's a lot more hockey left in him. Tavishevs loses out. Allows them whistle the play down anyway. We'll have another face-off. Second period, live from Turku. Latvia 0, Sweden 0. Falk and Sanins. Sanins keeps it under him. Falk wins the draw, plays it back to Nordstrom for the Swedes. This is Nordstrom again, off the boards. Kupax goes for it for Latvia and hard rims it right round the boards, and it's out of the zone. Chasing back is Oland for the Swedes. He's got Nordstrom there to pick up the drop pass. Nordstrom with the backhand, gets it right across. A little bit fortunate, but Eklund with a shot. It's blocked by Kupax. 26, Oland followed in from the defence for the second bite of the cherry, but it's still 0-0. 20-year-old Matthias Oland. Well, it was quite a bit off target, although it looked at first glance as though it might have hit the post. It hit the side of the net behind. Well, flags from both of the competitors today. Nice to see them getting on so well. Zoltok gives it to Kurtz. Madison's was available this swing, but he chooses to be a little bit more patient. Through the middle, goes all the way, but it deflected off a Swedish stick. No icing. Albelin goes back for it, misses it. Now the Latvians are hustling again. Madisons plays it rink wide. They're in the zone through Skrastins. Salo has it in his glove, decides to hang on. A little bit of a basketball shuffle there. The Islanders, Tommy Salo, having no problems there. Thought about throwing it to the side of the net for Ronnie Sundin. In the end, held on to it. Thursson loses the draw. Latvians get a snap attack. Now they want it again. The Latvians just slowed down for a while. Velavskis in the corner. Backhand though only goes as far as 13, Thursson. It's gone scrappy. Svensson brings it forward for the Swedes. Hard pass. Wasn't accurate enough for Thursson. He's chased after it now. Forced a bit of a mistake out of the Latvians. The Swedes have it. Sundblad's fired it round. Urbe stopped it. Kudinov's around the boards into neutralised, where it's picked off by the Swedes again. Twisting and turning is Anderson. Now Oland with a bit more time on his hands. Norstrom's dump, being chased by Anderson. Laviens gets there first. Well, in this spell, the first side to string 3 passes together might eventually get to a shot on goal. Urbe stops it. Kulinov's hangs it around the boards again. Both players seem to jump up at the same time. It's gone all the way down. No whistle for icing. The Swedes bring it forward. This is Anderson. Anderson winds up for the shot. Urbe deals with it. And then lets Kupax whip it out of the zone. The Swedes are offside. Olin makes his way to the bench while Nielsen argues that we didn't play it in. That's the shot from Anderson. Urbe had come quite a long way out from his goal. There'll be nothing left to shoot at. Good goalkeeping. Fans are still enjoying it. Eklund to take the draw. Nylander on this wing. Falk on the right wing. Bobbled into the zone, and defenseman Ronnie Sundin thought better of his initial plan of chasing it in. He was needed back on defence. Oh, I thought Sunins had got in at the back door, but he strayed in just that bit too quick, ahead of the puck. Second period live from Turku. It's still 0-0. We'll have our usual highlights programme, all the action and the interviews at the end of the day, don't forget, here on Eurosport. So Sunins to take the draw. Sundin gets it forward to Nylander. His backhand is smothered. As soon as any of the Swedes get the puck, the Latvians seem to steam in on them, but when Nylander gets it, 2 or 3 move across to him. This is him now, double teamed again. Still in the zone though for the Swedes. Eklund behind the goal line, working in deep with Nylander. It's bounced and bobbled and harried down the ice, and the Latvians breathe a sigh again. Nylander smothered on the boards. He's ended up on his knees. Eklund and Falk and Skrastins and Zoltok. Whistle goes. The puck was frozen. Eklund playing at Djurgården. Moved there from Leksands after an NHL career of 8 seasons with Pittsburgh for Erik Eklund. Actually also had 5 games with Dallas and nearly 600 NHL games all told. He sits down for a well-deserved rest. Carlson's gone out at centre for the Swedes. Svartvedet's hit from behind. The referee's letting it floor. Ragnarsson, the defenseman, has gone in deep. He's caught out of position, but he's got possession now. It's forward, snapshot. Urbe makes the save. The net's off its moorings with the clash between 24 for Sweden, Karlsson, and defenseman Kupax. And the shot from Svartvedet was dealt with by Urbe anyway. Svartvedet from quite close range. Urbe again stands his ground. The net off its moorings led to the whistle. And it's still 0-0. Karlsson to take the draw against Zoltok. Ragnarsson works his way inside, chooses against shooting. The soft one comes in and it was nearly deflected past Urbe, but goes just past his left post. Svartvedet twists and turns, trying to make something happen for the Swedes. Another save by Urbe, though. Now the Latvians trying to rush down to the other end. Good defensive play there. He just kept his eye on the man all the way and played the body. Excellent work by the defenseman. Good player, Svensson. Well, there's no mystery about the difference between the Latvian team of the first 3 games and this one. Urbe's given them confidence. Zoltok's added a little bit up front. The Swedes will have known it was going to happen. Kent Forsberg, their coach, will have warned them about it. Even so, the Latvians only have the 1 point to their credit so far from the draw with Canada. They led in that game against Canada, the Latvians, and Canada got back. Oh, there's a mistake by Urbe, and he's ended up on the deck. He might have ended up with a penalty as well. It was a clash with Sundblad.
Tripping for goalkeeper.
Well, Mr. Weisfeld couldn't be clearer, could he? Urbe got into a tangle, and he hauled. Well, he fanned on it, and he took Sundblad down. And now we've got another Swedish power play. They had one in the first period. Urbe has only himself to blame. So, consternation on the bench. Boldavesco doesn't get to see much ice time, but he's sent over to serve the penalty on behalf of the netminder. Well, Urbe got his team into trouble, that's why they're a man short. Let's see if he can keep them out of trouble. Albelin gets it forward to Hoglan, back to Albelin. Tries the right side. Vitalins tries to get the poke check in. Pavlovs is forechecking as well for the Latvians. The Latvians get it away. Falk brings it forward for the Swedes. He's got Nylander right wing. Looks to drop it off to him. No, switches and comes left wing with Eklund. He loses it. And the Latvians bank it down the boards and out of the danger area. Albelin tries the more direct route to Nielsen. Beautiful pass. Nielsen just lost control of it. And the Latvians get another chance to bang it down the ice. Still 0-0, but the Swedes on the power play. Nylander brings it forward, has a lot. Tips it off. Now he can go into the zone. Nielsen. Effort. Saved by Urbe. The clearance from Ignatovic wasn't good first time round, but he's got it forward to Tambijevs now. Tommy Zalo breathes a sigh of relief. Nielsen, give away by the Swedes on the power play. Tambijevs fires it around the boards. The Latvians will change personnel. Ragnarsson goes back for the Swedes. Thuresson is down this way for him. It's a backhand towards the corner. Thuresson chases it in. Lavines is in there, but there are 3 Swedes around him. Remember, the Swedes have an extra man for a while yet. Ragnarsson circles, drops it back into the corner. Nielsen having a look. No route to go for the Swedes yet. They've got to move the puck and use the extra man. Nielsen comes to the front. Long-range effort. Softly eventually reaches Urbe and he turns it aside. And the Latvians are back to full strength. They've killed the penalty to the goalkeeper Urbe. It's still 0-0. Kudinovs ties his man up and holds him there. Long-range effort again. Urbe sees it late but gets to it. Boldavesco fires it down the ice. Nielsen gets a penalty for interference, but the Latvian made a meal of it. Nielsen thinks he was conned, the referee. So we get to see the Latvian power play now. It's still 0-0. Well, 16 Zoltok made a meal of it, but it was good play in the end from him because it got this guy into the penalty box for 2 minutes interference. Looks a little drawn, doesn't he? Probably still suffering jet lag from coming back from the NHL. Had 28 points with Ottawa Zoltok this year in 57 games, 12 of them were goals. But he's on the bench now. We've got the power play unit without him out on the ice. Little conference between Nordstrom and Anderson and Oland about how they're going to deal with this shortage of manpower. Everyone now appears to know what they're doing. This man Falk will try and win possession for the Swedes so they can bang it down the ice and kill some of the penalty. Snaroks is up against him. Snaroks is thrown out of the face-off circle. Vitalins reluctantly steps forward to take the draw for the Latvians. Falk has a quick look at his new adversary. Sweden, the nominal home team, get to set last for the draws. Well, the Latvians have to come back to get set, says yes. Vitalins drops it on the blue line. Snaroks plays it back to the blue line. This is Vitalins. Vitalins fakes the shot. Snaroks is right in front. Kupaks. Back across to Sages. Vitalins. Snaroks can't get it any closer to the goal, and the Swedes send it down the ice. Kirks brings it forward, dumps it in and tries to chase after it himself. Tommy Salo with the Viking paintings on his specialist net-minding helmet. More to it than the helmets worn by the skaters. These guys on the bench in front of coach Kent Forsberg. Nielsen still with a while to sit on his interference penalty. Now Karlsson to take the draw for the Swedes against Zoltoks. Kirks brings it forward for the Latvians. Haven't been as quick this period as they were first period. Tsipras worked it in deep, but the Swedes got a chance to clear now. A nice little floated pass. Long-range effort from Svensson. 2 minutes to go, second period, still no goals. It's not been quite as exciting this period as it was first, but as the clock runs down, and the period draws to a close, tensions begin to mount. Swedes get it out of the zone. Penalty's nearly over. Sweden killed the penalty and was still at 0-0. Sweden 0, Latvia 0. Last minute of the second period in Turku, Finland. Zoltoks gets it forward, but Ragnarsson's first man there for the Swedes. The Latvians changing, and I think the Swedes are looking for a bit of a change as well. Certainly the defence is. Anderson chases in. interesting pirouette, but it's managed to land kindly for the Latvians. Nordstrom. Hogland, and at the back door, Urbe has to fly across. Ignatovic and Nielsen clash. Stefan Nielsen clashing there with 24. Andreas Ignatovic plays in Denmark. Urbe, of course, plays in the NHL. Sanines comes to the bench. Forsberg is just checking on the personnel out there. Referee Weisfeld has done his best to keep it flowing. Linesman calls Snaroks, the Latvian captain, up to take the face-off. It's a wrist shot coming in from Hogland, but Urbe was in no danger on that. Falk and Vitalins battling for it, centre ice. Vitalins gets the backhand on it, but the Swedes get it out of the zone straight away. This is Hogland, stick save by Urbe. Hogland turns it in deep. The Swedes have a little bit more pressure. Hogland again with a snapshot, goes just wide. Svensson with the long-range effort. And trying to get a tip onto it for the Swedes was 13 Thuresson. So the action warmed up as the period drew to a close, but it's still a 0-0 scoreline. So it was the same scoreline at the end of the second period as it was at the end of the first. The second period wasn't as frenetic as the first, but as the clock counts down third period, you know it's going to get better and better. Sweden 0, Latvia 0, end of the second. And Bereznev have done their bit. It's up to the players now as the Latvians come out for the third and final period to try to break the deadlock in this 0-0 game. Fascinating stuff so far. Actually, before this game, Nylander from Sweden, the number 92, came into the match leading the scoring race with 6 points to his credit. 4 goals means he's also the leading goal scorer before today's action in Finland at the World Championships. Obviously, he's not added to that total at all because guys like Tommy Salo at one end of the ice for Sweden and at the other end, Artus Urbe, have been performing well for their respective clubs, and then hence we've got the 0-0 scoreline. Urbe scuffing up the ice to give him a little bit more grip for the third and final period. Wasn't a great deal of goalmouth action second period. Referee Weisfeld let it flow to a large extent, and he's checking with the goal judges now, and we're nearly ready to go with the third and final period from Turku. So Eklund gets ready to take the draw. Falk is right wing, Nylander left wing for the Swedes. Hammered into the zone by the defence, though Urbe stops it and leaves it for Sages to deal with. Falk uses his glove, keeps it down. We've got a penalty early in the game for high sticks. The Swedes. He's just checking to see if there's any blood coming from Snaroks. The Swedes will be without Nylander. 2 minutes for high sticks. Nice clear signal from referee Weisfeld. And the Lugano forward. He's trying to hook the stick, and he actually just batters Snaroks right in the face. I think if he'd drawn blood there, he'd have been looking at a 5-minute penalty, at least. So we had 2 2-minute penalties first period and 2 2-minute penalties second period. Now we've got a Latvian power play. Will this break the deadlock? Falk latches onto it, can't get it over the blue line though. This is Kupax, looks to shoot, instead plays it in deep. Stepping forward for the close range effort is 18. Pavlovs. Salo dealt with that one, it's back to Kupax. Kupax shoots long range, I think it was going wide anyway. Tommy Salo made sure. Albalin plays it off the boards, it's back to Kupax. Kupax dumps it in along the boards for the Latvians. They've got the extra man, remember. Pavlovs is in the corner. Pavlovs has got it now. Znaroks wants it in the slot area. He's trying to screen Tommy Salo now. It's with Znaroks. He tries one backhand, 2 backhands. The puck's still loose, and it's turned in by Pavlovs. The Latvians have opened the scoring 1-0 third period. Well, the Swedes were standing around like statues in the finish. Tommy Salo did his bit. 1, 2, 3 saves a goalie. But they're nearly smiling on the bench. The gate man is Pavlovs into Znaroks. There's the first save from Salo. There's the second. And then everyone's just standing around. The puck's lying there. And Pavlovs comes in, stretches in and says to Ronnie Sundin, thanks for the extra time. I'll have a go. And he did well from that angle to get it in, but get it in he does. Well, the Swedes just stood around too much, and the Latvians have taken the lead. Well, they gave an assist officially to Znaroks, even though it came from not 1 but 2 rebounds. So the Swedes will have to open up now. In a tight game like this, the first goal was always going to be crucial. The puck's tied up on the boards now, but finally it comes free. Svartvedet has it behind his own goal, leaves it there, and skates out to his proper position. Coming back for it is 24, Carlson. Got it over halfway and puts a soft one on Urbe, follows it in, throws a hit on defenseman Skrastins. Swedes looking for a quick comeback. Ragnarsson gets it in deep. Urbe chops it away. Olen can't do much. It's a bit of a rub out from Lindbom. In the end we get a whistle for icing. $18 for the Latvians is the goal scorer, Pavlovs. Well, we nearly saw the goal again. And the Latvian fans really have something to cheer about. They drew with Canada and they lost 5-4 to the USA in the same scoreline against the Italians. Game against Italy, they should have wrapped up and taken home with them, but they let the Italians right back into it. Now the Swedes need to crack the shutout of Artus Urbe. Both sides had jump in their legs first period, but they seemed to slow down a wee bit second period. Now I fancy we'll see a little bit more action from all of them. The Latvian fans really beating the drum at the moment. Kudinovs can't get it forward. Oland loses out, but Anderson takes it over. His shot is blocked. The Latvians get it into neutral territory, centre ice. Sanins right through the crease area, kicked away by Tommy Salo. Hogland, rink wide to Nielsen. Nielsen tries to pull a move on the defence. He's got it into the corner. Long-range effort coming in from Ronnie Sundin. Boldavesco played it out to the boards and went after it himself, but the Swedes get it back forward. This is Nielsen again. Nielsen and Belavskis. That'll be offside. Came off the stick of Semjonovs. Belavskis gets in there. He's quite feisty, Belavskis. He's often the first man there to help his colleagues. Boldavesco stands back, just in case he's needed. Referee Weisfeld shaking his head. There's no calls to come from that. So the Latvians lead by 1-0. Pavlov's the scorer early in the third period. This would be a great victory for the team promoted from the B pool of the World Championships just 12 months ago. Ekling battling with Madisins. Strastins gets it round the boards. The Latvians don't get it out though. Svensson manages to keep it in for Sweden. Eklund's trying to get away from Snaroks, his marker, to get into the front. Nylander has lost possession anyway in the corner. The Latvians fire it down the ice to ease the pressure. It's gone all the way. That's an icing whistle. But they will at least be able to change personnel. Hedberg, the backup goalie, doubling up as gate man. Kent Forsberg biting his fingernails, his side, with 3 wins to their credit going into this one, trailed by 1-0. Carlson wins the draw for the Swedes, but they've lost it straight away. Lob backhand gets it where the Swedes want it, deep in the Latvian end of the ice, but the Latvians fire it all the way down from Kudinovs. Now we'll have a face-off in the Latvian zone again. Nordstrom, one of the big defensemen for the Swedes. 6 feet 1 inch. Lindbom plays his hockey with HV71. Carlson with the club at Leksands. Nordstrom's shot. This is Carlson. Lindbom's in front of the net, trying to create havoc. Carlson tries the soft one for the far post, but it's beyond it. Well, down on the ice is Zoltoks. Or something behind the play. Referee Weisfeld looks on. Zoltoks looks to be holding his knee at the moment. But it's always difficult to tell, isn't it? So Zoltoks is down injured. Another shot from Nordstrom. But it's the shot that hit him. Right on the knee. So, welcome to the World Championships. Oh, the shot caught him right on the back of the knee. There's no padding there. And that's hurt. Ouch. I think that shake of the head means he's going to the dressing room. Takes his gum shield off the bench staff. So they're having to help Zoltoks to the dressing room. This is his first game in the championships. He's had a good one as well. But his absence can only help the Swedes. They trail by a goal to nil. Carlson circles, can't understand the whistle. They're changing the Swedes, putting out fresh legs. So that's Sergei Zoltok wishes he could pull on a fresh leg at the moment. That one was stinging. So Terezin to take the draw. Latvia backhanded off the boards and then just hammer it down the ice. The whistle's gone. Less than 14 minutes to go. They lead by a goal to nil against the Swedes, previously unbeaten in the tournament. Well, it's a fairly happy Latvian bench at the moment. Coach Bereznev knows his boys are in front. The only blip on it so far is that injury to Zoltok. Sijez twists and turns, gets it forward. Latvia attacking it through Semjonov. Semjonov goes deep, backhand through the crease. Long-range effort coming in, and Salo covers it up. The shot from just a few yards inside the blue line by Kupaks. Well, that would have been a big, big goal, wouldn't it? Got to concentrate for the entire 60 minutes. And the 26-year-old did just that. Ricocheted out to Kupaks and he just let rip. But it was straight out Salo. And he hung on, no rebound, no crumbs for the forwards. But the Latvians obviously are starting to believe they're going to win this one, or at least they could win this one. Nielsen, the captain, poke check by Vitalins. Long-range effort coming in from Hogland. Kicked aside by Urbe. Hogland watches the puck go all the way down the ice to his netminder Salo. Svensson's pass goes astray for the Swedes. So does the Latvians' pass. Svensson has a lie down while getting control of the puck. Eklund takes it forward and loses out. Nylander picks up the task. Clever pass. Folk makes some room. Nylander had gone for the return pass right by the goal. Now the Latvians come forward. Third period, remember, they lead by a goal to nil. This is Kirks. He scored in previous rounds. Makes a meal of the poke check. No penalty. Nylander comes forward for the Swedes. It needs a bit of Nylander magic. Eklund with the big shot. Glove saved by Urbe. Like picking cherries. A nice snapshot from Eklund. It wasn't good enough to beat Artis Urbay. Urbay available for the Latvians after an Edmonton goal in overtime. Knocked Dallas out in the playoffs in the NHL in the Stanley Cup. In a series that went the full course, 7 full games and overtime. He was beaten in that one by Edmonton, but not so far by the Swedes in the World Championships. Less than 12 minutes to go. Latvia still leads by a 1-0. Nordstrom. Carlson circles ahead of him. Nordstrom tries to drop it off. It's flicked forward by 26. Oland. Kupax throws a punch. Still with the gloves on, of course. No one's going to drop the gloves in these championships. They don't want to risk a suspension and being sent home and all the rest of it. Smart vedettes in the thick of things. Weisfeld. Looks like he's sending Lindbom to the box. Johan Lindbom, 25 years of age. Sanines goes to the team bench for the Latvians. The referee tells the linesman who he wants. It's going to be 4-on-4. Here come the announcements from the referee. He's trying to remind himself of the numbers, I think. I think he might be sending 2 from Sweden to the box. There's certainly confusion. Well, Lindbom's accepted his punishment. The Latvians don't want to go to the box. Nordstrom is arguing that they've got the wrong guy. Lindbom is laughing at him. Kupax goes to the box for the Latvians. I don't think he's too thrilled with the call either. Thank you, referee Weisfeld. Clear as it could possibly be there. 2 minutes apiece for roughing. Nordstrom and Lindbom in the box for the Swedes. So the clock starts to play an ever-increasing role in this one. It's 1-0 to the Latvians, third period, live from Turku. The referee looks on impassively. Both sides have got 2 men in the box. They're skating at even strength. Alberline sidesteps and then just puts the soft one into the corner. Clever play, chased down by Sundblad. Alberline circles at this side of the blue line. It's not going to get to him. The Latvians are going to get to clear it. He goes to get it, pops it off the boards, and it's gone all the way down to the Latvian end. Strastins can't stop the poke forward by Sundblad, and Urbay covers up, and then we're having another discussion about it. I told you the tension was going to mount as the clock started to play an important, ever-increasing role in this one. Andrevs. Kupaks. Nielsen for the Swedes, brings it forward. They're all on side. It's off a skate though. Then the rebound comes out to him for a stick shot. They're piling in every time there's a whistle now. Snarox and Anderson going at it. Kudinovs is there as well. Pavlovs all grabbing each other's shirt. Handbags at 6 paces. Well, at the end of the day, the Latvians have Urbe to thank. The first effort on goal from the Swedes definitely came in off a skate, but it rebounded back, and Urbe had to be at his quick-witted best to deal with the snapshot. This time the referee decides no need for penalties. There's Urbe. The first one was off Hogland's skate. The second one was a genuine shot. Would have counted had he not dealt with it. So fault. Loses the draw though. Olin plays it rink wide. Last 10 minutes. We've had 50 minutes of it. It's 1-0 to the Latvians. And they're starting to dislike each other. Vitalines right through the crease, nobody there to turn it in. The two Swedes both skate away from it. The Latvians keep it in the zone. Vitalines with the backhand. Indeed to Snarox. Now Sweden bring it forward. Oland with the snapshot and the backhand shot. Lavines gets it forward and out of the zone for the Latvians, but there's no one there. Tommy Alberlin takes it back in. Takes a big hit from 17 for Latvia. That's Kudinovs. Clock's work free. Svensson with the long-range effort, kicked aside by Urbe. Urbe with the soft backhand for Kudinovs. Kudinovs with the soft backhand just anywhere out of the zone. Kudinovs now tries the forehand and gets it further forward. It's taken in by Kirks from underneath Cyprus. The roughing penalties are over. Everyone's available again. Lindbom is called to the bench by coach Forsberg. Here's the big blast from Svensson. Urbe, long way out again, giving him nothing to shoot at. Just turned 30, Svensson. Sajez. Swedes rob the Latvians and then give it away. It's gone all the way down off the boards. That's an icing whistle. We'll have a face-off close to Urbe. Well, will it be a victory tattoo for the Latvians? Coach Berezhnev sporting the plasters on his hand. Where is they drop the gloves at training? Sanines. Sergei Sanines, 25 years of age. Well, they're hitting it again a little bit, both sides. Thursson was getting stuck in there for the Swedes. Olin goes all the way back, slams the brakes on, gets rid of his marker and brings it forward for the Swedes. Two passes in a row go to the skate rather than the stick, but they get it all the way down, and Urbe doesn't have a lot to do with, does he? Sundblad tries to steal the puck out of the melee of legs and skates, and does this time. Turns it back into the corner, and it's picked off by the Latvians who clear the zone. Urbe tries to stop it coming around the boards, but can't. Grastines gets the first touch, Vitalines brings it forward. Well, it's over the boards. So the clock's counting down. The Swedes starting to run out of time. They trail by a goal to nil. Pavlov's the scorer, assisted Snaroks. The linesman does a bit of housework, a bit of tidying up. Picks up the shattered pieces of wood from a broken stick so that no one skates onto them and tumbles over. Kent Forsberg. Seen a lot of ice hockey in his time. He knows there's plenty of time left yet to turn the game around, but he'll still be worrying about it, won't he? Trying to stuff it home, but Urbe was equal to that one. Piling in again at every whistle. Lindbom. Nielsen. Unhappy about what he believes was a high stick. Pressure starting to mount on the captain. Stefan Nielsen. Brezhnev still giving out instructions. His side lead by a goal to nil. They had short back and sides when they arrived at the arena earlier today. So Nylander's line goes out for the Swedes to try to break the shutout. Urbe will be a national hero if he can keep the Swedes out for the rest of this one. He'll give the Latvians a huge, huge lift, as well as providing them with their first victory of the championships at A-Pool level ever. Falk on one leg after the trip, and Urbe gets the bouncing puck and covers it up. We've got a tripping penalty. Falk had to shoot from an almost horizontal position. The expression seems to be saying what might have been. So it's a Latvian penalty and a Swedish power play. Boldoveskov goes to the box. He's been there once already, serving a penalty for Urbe. Now Boldoveskov has to serve his own. 2 minutes for tripping. Spoiling Falk's shot on goal. It was a pretty little picture, wasn't it? So will that have cost the Latvians a victory? As ever, only time will tell. Ragnarsson's out there for the Swedes, along with Falk, the guy who was tripped up. Nylander. It's agonisingly out of everybody's reach. The Latvians get it down the ice. They're looking for a tripping call on the attempt to block. Struggling to get to the benches, Ignatovic. Tavijevs can't pull off the dump. Ragnarsson fires it in deep for the Swedes. Nylander goes towards it. It's come all the way around and out of the zone. Good play by the Latvians using the boards. Swedish power play, but Latvia lead by 1-0. We've got just under 6 minutes to go. Ragnarsson has a look. Plays it off the boards. It's kept in the zone by the Swedes. Nylander. Falk's at point. Ragnarsson's gone in front of the net. Big guy trying to cause havoc. Falk. Falk has a look. Moves the puck in deep. Ragnarsson backed into the crease area. And the referee blows for a man in the crease. Will have a face-off outside the Latvian zone. The whistles and the catcalls are from the Latvian fans because it's Sweden with the man advantage on a power play. Moldavesco, the 26-year-old, will have something to shout about if Urbe and his teammates can keep a clean sheet through this penalty. Ragnarsson, penalised for going into the crease. Now he's lost the puck on the next play. Latvia bring it forward. Snapshot from Kirks. It's come all the way round. The Swedes have a chance now. Nilsson, the captain, carries it forward. Sundblad's tried to go in front. Ragnarsson's got in front. The big guy's there again. Ragnarsson is level from behind. The referee shakes his head. No penalty. Out at point on this side is Thuresson. He's gone in deeper now. Thuresson's there looking for it. The floated pass comes to him. He winds up, fakes the shot. Svensson's long-range effort kicked aside. Everyone piles on top of the puck. Svensson keeps Kirk's head down low. Puck's come over the blue line anyway. Moldavesco can only watch at the clock and wait. Well, you'd have to give the Latvian fans 10 out of 10 for effort, wouldn't you? Ignatovic. It was absolutely levelled. It wasn't a submarine hit as such, but it was a Swedish guy at point. Went down to block a clearance. Absolutely upended Ignatovic. And that's the second Latvian to go to the dressing room. If you just joined us, Zoltoks, who came over from the NHL, this was his first game, was hit by a big shot from Nordstrom of Sweden at the back of the knee, and he's already gone to the medics. Eklund drop pass, Svensson shoots wide. Sweden desperate to convert the man advantage. Latvia's back to full strength. Nets off its moorings. Still 1-0, the Latvians lead. There's the nylon peg that holds the goal in place just enough, but not enough to cause an injury if someone clatters into it. Nylander throws it into the troubled area. I think it's Nordstrom at the back post that knocks the goal off its moorings under the close attentions of Lavines. Well, we need some Nylander magic. He's had 3 great games for the Swedes so far, but he's been hustled and harried and marked out of this one so far. Vitalines brings it forward. 4 minutes to go. He's got a chance. Poke check. Salo denies him. It's not out of the danger though. Sages gets it back forward. The Latvians call for another penalty. That'll be an icing whistle. Snarok's arguing he was levelled from behind. I think it'll have to be a bigger offence than that for the referee to call it now. Referee Weisfeld had clearly tried to let things roll in this one, tried to let things flow. A penalty now would obviously be crucial. So we're at even strength, but the Latvians lead by a 1-0. Arvelin gets it forward. Strastines finds it around the boards. Kirks tips it inside. Sanjonovs. They're running the clock down as much as anything at the moment. The Latvians just trying to get the puck down the Swedish end of the ice. Ronnie Sundin plays it to the left. Madisons has lost his helmet. Anderson chops it forward, but it comes back out the zone. Tommy Albelin. Clock ticking out on the Swedes all the time. Sundblad in deep. They're going at it in the corner now as they hold each other up. Sundblad tries to throw a punch. It's frantic stuck. Svensson with a shot. It's blocked by 10 Sanins. Urbe sticks his stick backwards and that deflects it. Svensson is hooked behind the play by 14. Tambujevs. It's in front and it's a goal for 21. Johnson. He's already scored in the championships and the Latvians just couldn't hang on. Jorgen Johnson, 24 years of age, and Urbe loses the shutout late in the game. It's a backhand from Johnson. I think it rolls up on its end and through the 5-hole. The pass out front was actually deflected off a Latvian skate. Doesn't matter how it got to him. What matters most is where it ended up, and that's in the back of the net. We've got a 1-1 hockey game. So with just over 2 minutes to go. Swedes are back on level terms. Well, Captain Snaroks clearly thinking about what might have been, but they've still got a couple of minutes to try and snatch it back. Straight from the face-off, Snaroks had this opportunity, but it was good defensive work by Sweden's Falk. Spoiling the shot. Vitalines working in the corner. Will these sides settle for a draw now, or will one of them go for a winner? Last 2 minutes of the game. Sweden attack. Falk drops it off. Nylander. Well, the net's off its moorings again, and 44 for Sweden. That's Hogland, has ended up in the back of the net. Another bit of push and shove. And if he finishes 1-1, even that's a surprising scoreline. But as I said right at the start, Arda Zerbe, the NHL netminder out of Dallas, has given the Latvians a huge lift. And netminding was an area they were struggling in. They brought in a real superstar. And you could tell when the Latvians came out for this one, they were a lot happier. They've been a lot more comfortable on the puck, been a lot more relaxed at the back. They could get on with their own jobs, stick to their assignments and stop worrying about the net minding. I think the youngster Clodens gave them the jitters. Semjonovs wins possession. Polavskis hammers it down the boards. Albalin picks it up for the Swedes. As well as covering the matches, of course, from the championships. Don't forget our highlights roundup late every evening. It's out of the Latvian zone. Albalin goes back for it for the Swedes. Sweden putting a bit of pressure on. Sundin fires it around the boards. Now it's Latvia on the counter-attack. 1 minute to go. Sundin ties his man up, takes him down. Puck's right behind the goal and the Swedes get it and bring it forward. Could be the last chance. Svensson gets it forward. Anderson drops it off to Sundblad. Sundblad draws a pad save out of Urbe. Now that would have been high drama. Sundblad right round the boards and it's come all the way back to him. 20 seconds to go. Sunins gets a chance to clear the pressure for the Latvians. They haven't got it out of the zone. Now it's out on a blocked shot. Tsipras takes it in. 10 seconds to go. Can't get the shot away. The Swedish defence has it. They'll hang on now for the last 5 seconds. Svensson has a look at the clock, just hammers it down the ice. And we settle for a 1-1 draw here. The Latvians get their second point of the championships, but not their first ever win in the Elite A pool of the World Championships. So the final score, Latvia 1, Sweden 1. Latvia took the lead, the Swedes came back with a late equaliser. Well, there seems to be confusion on the clock and Urbe's got to go back for one last face-off. Svensson looked at the clock and hammered it down the ice. Then the whistles went. And the referee explaining to Znaroks, the Latvian captain, we've got to drop the puck because the hooter has to go in play. This face-off highly unlikely to go anywhere. There is the hooter. The officials get in just to sort out the last little bit of push and shove. And it has now finally finished with a 1-1 scoreline. Latvia 1, Sweden 1. So the arrival of Arda Zerbe lifted the Latvians. They even looked as though they were going to take both points from this one against the previously unbeaten Swedes. Pavlovs gave them the lead, but the late equaliser in the 58th minute from Johnson gave us a final score here of Sweden and Latvia 1-1.